Welcome back to her Wealthy Mindset, where we talk about all things money, mindset, and business. It's your host, Cindy, your fractional CFO and financial bestie. And today I want to talk about something more personal than numbers or financial tips. I'm excited to announce that I'll be speaking at Rich Girl Cults Conference in New York in August. A room full of powerful women, a global stage, and to be honest, it's been really emotional and I've just been so in awe of everything that's happening and how far I've come. Not because it's a milestone, but because it's a moment I never thought I'd get to. I mean, the dream has always been to speak on stages and in New York, out of all places. I'm a shy accountant that sat behind the desk, never spoke up in class, never spoke up at her corporate job. And even starting my business, I was afraid to show up as me, trying to be so professional and careful about what I say or what I do. And now having opportunities like this coming up, it's just wild and so crazy. And so this episode is really me sharing what this opportunity means to me and why it's not just another conference and why you need to be in a room where everything changes and why you need to come to Rich Girl New York. So let me take you back. I was the shy girl, always the quiet one, the one who stayed small to keep everyone else comfortable, not sharing my opinion, just not sharing my voice at all. Even as I became an accountant, even as I earned my CPA, even as I helped hundreds of women with their finances and taxes, I still felt afraid to say the words, I know what I'm talking about. I have the knowledge, I have the experience, but I didn't have the confidence to own it. I played small, I was afraid to lead, to speak, and I carried that in my business for far way too long until I got into the right room. I went to Rich Girl Cult in Orlando in March, and it changed everything for me. I really had no idea what I was walking into, but knew I had to get into that room. But I left with something very important, something I've never experienced at any other event or any networking space I've been to. Now, let me be honest, I've been to a lot of conferences, a lot of networking, a lot of coffee meetings, you name it. I put myself out there in the last 2 years of my business. I spent thousands to attend big names and luxury spaces, and a lot of these events and conferences have felt like fluff. You get a nice photo op, some inspirational quotes, you listen to some speakers talk about their challenges, what they've been through, and how they're so successful. You get a networking happy hour, and that's about it. Everyone's pitching their services. There's no genuine conversations. The conversations are so surface level. You leave with a tote bag full of random goodies, no transformation, no nothing. But Rich Girl Cult, let me tell you, it's so different and it's actually real. In Orlando, it was my first time being in a room full of other women from all over the US and Canada. I only knew one other person, Katrina Owens. She was the only person I knew and had told me about the event. But I had conversations about entrepreneurship, money wounds, relationship struggles with women I was meeting for the first time. We weren't talking about followers or funnels or how much you've made, what your Stripe account looks like, none of that surface level stuff. We were really talking about what's really going on in the business, the fear, the shame, the burnout, the real life behind the curated feed. And it wasn't just the women in the audience. We had the opportunity to speak directly to the speakers as well. And they were just like us. No one thought that they were better than the attendees. Everyone was on the same level. And we're there genuinely just to connect and collaborate. Brittany and John, let me tell you, they do not pretend. They openly shared what it feels like to be canceled, to lose it all, to rebuild from rock bottom, and to do it with integrity, strategy, and heart, and also showing other women what's possible when they just show up, regardless of the external factors. They're not just preaching success, they've lived the struggle, and they have openly shared about it. How hard it was to rebuild everything, lose everything, not just about their business, their confidence, their brand, and their trust in themselves. They don't pretend. They show up every single day as real people. You can feel it when they speak, when they show up online, and when you have your coaching sessions with them. You can feel it in when you're around them, the community they've built. There's no facade, just truth, vulnerability, and proof that you can rise again. And for me, that kind of leadership, that kind of honesty was something I didn't even know I needed because I've been to the events. All these coaches, all these people are showing up like they have it all together. There's no struggles, no nothing. But when you speak to someone that's showing you that they've hit rock bottom, they've lost everything, and now they're teaching other people what's possible if you just keep showing up, those are the kind of real people you need. And it really gave me permission to stop performing and stop pretending like I have it all together. To stop pretending I was okay when I haven't been. To stop thinking I have it all figured out before I could serve others. To stop hiding behind my credentials. To own my voice and my story, even the messy parts. Even when I don't want to show up. Even when I'm feeling lost, tired, exhausted, just showing up and being real with my audience. And that's why this event is unlike anything else I've ever experienced. And that's why I've said yes to speaking at Rich Girl New York, which is in August, because it's not another stage. It's a space where women can come to transform, where we can connect with other women doing the same thing as us. Now, let's talk about you. If you're listening to this thinking, I've been to networking events before, Cindy, they didn't do anything for me, I hear you. But I'm telling you, this room is different and you have to get into that room. Because this isn't about flexing. It's not about who's the most successful woman in the room, who's hitting 6 to 7 figures, who's got it all together. It's about being willing to show up and be seen and putting in the work as you are. And if you ever said, I make money but don't feel like spending it, I don't feel safe around money, I want to raise my prices but I'm scared, I feel like I should have it figured out by now. I've been to events, the conversations are surface level with other women, they go nowhere. I'm just collecting business cards, nothing's really happening. I want you to know Rich Girl Cult is nothing like that. And you need to get into that room. Now, this work started for me in Canada, helping women organize their finances, save taxes, and stop living in survival mode. But this message, it's global because everywhere I go, women are tired. Tired of pretending they're okay, tired of looking successful online and feeling broke behind the scenes, tired of feeling shame around their money, tired of overgiving, undercharging, and being the one everyone counts on while no one's actually checking up on them. And that's what we're changing at Rich Girl. We're not just teaching business, we're healing relationships with money, we're healing our relationship with ourselves. We're giving women back their power, we're building legacies, not just brands. So here's what I want to say. You've tried the courses, you've bought the templates, you've listened to the webinars, but if you still feel stuck, isolated, and alone, you don't need another download. You need to get in the right room with similar women that are going to collaborate and you're going to build lasting long-term relationships with. Now, I've had a lot of women from like Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, Orlando, New York, and I'm still in touch with all those girls. We're coming up with ideas on how we can collaborate, how we can make a difference and an impact with the work that we're doing, and also support one another. Anything you need, let's say you need branding, websites, financial coaching, marketing, sales, business coaching, you name it. All of those kind of girls are in the Rich Girl community already. So why not support another woman doing similar things like you that's actually real and not looking for surface level or just using you for your services? So it's a room where you can say, I'm not okay and not feel judged. the room where other women say, "Me too," the room where you feel leave with more than just inspiration. You leave with strategy, support, and sisterhood. And that's why I'm inviting you to be in New York with me this August. I'll be speaking on stage, and I'd love for you to be there too. I want everything to change for you like it has for me, but you have to be willing to trust the process and put in the work. Now, if you're interested in learning more about Rich Girl New York, send me a DM on Instagram at It's Cindy Kumar. I love to tell you more about the conference, the community, and connect you with Brittany and John as well because it's life changing. This room has changed so much for me in such a short amount of time. And now it's your turn. So, thanks for listening to Her Wealthy Mindset. If this episode hit home, screenshot it, share it, and tag me. Also, share it with a friend who also needs to be in Rich Girl New York. Let's go get more women into rooms that actually change their lives and less of the surface level conferences and all the fluff.